So anyway, I received an email. I don't know if it was hoax or not, but I'm not really sure. But just in case it is or not, I'm just going to address it anyway. So anyway, I received an email from, I think it's JMGO or JMGO. I forgot the name of these projectors. Anyways, I call it the JMGO, if I'm not saying that right correctly. I do apologize, no disrespect toward the company. But we got a request from them asking us to have a screen paint that may support their projector. On my end, that is virtually impossible because the projector specifications aren't looking so nice, and it's not 4,000 lumens. There's no way in the world that projector is 4,000 lumens. Let me go over here real quick. I want to go over to print this because it gets much bigger. Just put on this for the print for this, but there's no way in the world that is a 4,000 lumen projector. There's no way in the world. Number one, the person who's doing the review on this projector, the environment is way too dark. At 4,000 lumens, that should be the pickup with no problem whatsoever. Let me get set up real quick. What I'm doing over here. I just bought in a fire stick too on top of that. And we just got some juice over here, our battery pack. Can't walk away with that. So the reason why I'm screaming no way on this because it's no way. There is no way. Alright, so let me see if I got the remote controls over here for this. I have both in my pocket, I'm pretty sure I do. Which one's which? Alright. Fire stick sets that right for me. Kind of demanding over here with it. Come on now, back right, stop being a jerk. Just got finished having this conversation about these projectors that they push out, and these projectors are not doing what they're designed to do. Just literally had that conversation a few minutes ago. All right, let me see what's going on here. Fire stick is acting buggy with me. There we go. Okay, that's weird. That one wasn't operating. All right, so anyway, behind me, I got my Sony VPL Sony VPL CS4 projector. This projector is only 1,000 lumens, 720p, 600 by 800 res. That's it. Now, this projector is claiming to be 4,000 lumens. There is no way in the world that's 4,000 lumens. That screen is way too washed out, and the environment is manipulated, which means he has very little light in the environment to try to make the projector look good. I'm not trying to say too much about this fella at the end of the day, but I've seen your demonstrations, and you do all the exact same demonstration, poorly lit environments. No one's environment's looking like this at the end of the day. Mine right now doesn't even match that. So since my environment doesn't match that, that projector wouldn't even work in my environment. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe somebody else has a demonstration showing that particular projector. Let me show you the email that we received from them. So this is the email we've received from the company. Now, like I said, I don't know if it's a hoax or not, but we've seen this email before, and we've talked to them before about this. But look at this. This is the laser projector. Didn't even know my name. But anyway, basically they're asking, let's see, hope this email finds you well. I would like to check out your Illuminous, and that's way back, that's old. Illuminous screen paints are compatible with the following projector. And that is right there, showing you right there, compatible with the following projector. We can't support it because our screen paints don't support those projectors. It's not going to work. Let's see, I'll provide you with a below link to our Kickstarter project right there. So we saw the Kickstarter project. I mean, hey, you're doing good. You're picking up money on the Kickstarter. I think that's fantastic. But again, I am not a big supporter of projectors that don't do what they're designed to do. Now, over here behind me, I have our 1,000 lumen projector behind us. Well, let's get some pretty birds on the screen. All right, so let that play over there. Now my projector over here sits back 11 feet from the screen. Let's go with 8K Earth. All right, so this is my Sony. Now, before we get into this, I'll let that run right there for a minute. Right here, we have, let me get this right. This is the projector right here. We looked it up on Amazon because the promo demonstration that they have for this projector is just not showing what it's designed to do. There's a lot of fluff in the promo. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to remove this company and all, but it's a lot of fluff. All right, you're saying that this projector is a 4,000 lumens projector, 4K, 16. It's about 1600 or 1600 to 1 contrast, and this projector. One of the things I don't understand is it's going to be 4K. It's a 4K projector. I can't really call that, but 4,000 lumens. It's definitely not. And this is a triple color laser. Laser projectors produce very, very bright images. I know I had a Casio projector. It was around 27 or 2600 lumens. It was much brighter than a 3,000 lumen projector, which I had in the environment. All right, so let's go over here. 4,000 lumens. So this wouldn't even pick up on our screen paint. We couldn't support it because if we made a great product for it, that probably would do a little better for it, but without that 100% black technology, it's not going to work at all. That screen's going to have a very difficult time picking up in fully lit. Projection on a very difficult time picking up in fully lit environments. Its colors are not going to produce correctly. It's going to have a lot of problems. But I saw the promo demonstration we have in here, and the promo demonstration is just not the same as the person who's advertising it for them. You look at it for yourself. Nice to the environment. See how well lit the environment is? It's in a nice white background. Image is moving all over the place. If we take our projector, we can move it all over the place. Yeah, that's not going to happen because we're expecting now for anyone to match the promo demonstration. That's what we're looking for. Like we do it, cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it, cause no one can do it like we do it. You see how well lit the background looks, and he has that projector sitting there fired up. This is going to give people the idea that they can be in a well lit environment, and that machine's going to pull. That's what's going to happen. So we have to match the promo. I would advise them not sending me the projector at all, period, because I'm going to tell you like it is. Like again, I don't do that. You know, we'll pay you. We don't do that at the end of the day over here. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. That's what it is. You're going to get my straight, honest opinion. I'm not a yes man at the end of the day. I'm not going to lie to the consumer. I'm not going to lie to my people I do business with. I'm not going to. If it works, then hey, we'll design something for it. I don't know, we can't design anything for it. It won't pick up. It won't pick up. There's no point.
Like we do it, like we do it. No one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. We got the right stuff. We put the hammer right now. Wanna be like us? You better stick around. If you want it, you gotta prove it. Like we do it, like we do it.
Anybody has this projector, if you come to us, we will not support it. Don't order the products, don't order our screen paints. We can't support the projector. It's not going to work. This projector can't be 4,000 lumens. Now, over here, this is the fellow who's reviewing the same projector right here. He got this projector 2 weeks ago. This is where he got the projector at. And look at the demonstration. Is it the same as the promo demonstration? No, it's not. Has the environment manipulated? Yes, it has. Look at the curtains. Those curtains go all the way up to the top. How come he doesn't have the curtains all the way up? He has them halfway shut so that way that much light doesn't make contact with the screen. Is the screen washed out and faded? Yes, it is. This is completely washed out. This is supposed to be a green countryside with blue skies and white mountains. That is so washed out, it's not even funny. Look at that. This is what's sad about the industry. They can make projectors, and as long as you can see the image, it doesn't have to be fantastic. As long as you can see the image, it's acceptable. That's extremely poor. Sony projector, 1,000 lumens, 11 feet from the screen. My projector has 100:1 contrast. It's 600 by 800, 720p SVGA. That's what it is. Do you see how sharp that image pulls up on the screen? This is the way it's supposed to look. See my light coming through my windows? See my overhead lights on? You see how bright my environment is? You don't see any dark corners? None of that. That's how it's supposed to display. That projector is 1,000 lumens. How in the world does a 4,000 lumen projector does not pick up that well in the environment? Tells me at the end of the day that projector is not 4,000 lumens. Did they show you any angle gain in the demonstration? No, they did not show you any angle gain. You move over here before I kill myself on my chair. This is what you're supposed to see when you watch demonstrations. So, see, when I told you the greens, look at the color green here, and look at the color green on that side. It's washed out. And here's the projector. If the company ever wants to quote me on this or talk to me about this, this is the projector I'm using in my demonstration right there. For the fellow who did the YouTube video just a few minutes ago doing the review, you can contact me. This is how it's supposed to be done. Sitting in an environment with your blinds half shut and no light hitting the screen, that's not a demonstration. This is what I don't like about the industry. And people are going to buy this thing. They're going to get it home. They're going to buy it. They're going to turn their lights on because their environment ain't going to look like this. I guarantee you. And that screen is going to wash right out. And you know they're going to contact? They're going to contact me with that projector. And they're like, hey man, I bought this projector so-and-so. So if I turn my lights on, it washes out. It doesn't pick up color, doesn't pick up contrast. Chances are they'll probably come out with their own screen. So then they can get you again. They'll sit there and tell you that, hey, this screen's compatible. It's going to put this ambient light. I'm going to track down and see if they got a screen now. That's absolutely horrible. Watch this. Let me get this remote control. Which one we just grab right here? I'm going to show you something real quick. Just show you something a minute here. We have to come back. Oh, come on back here, little monkey man. Let me just see something. Do you see how bad the detail looks on that? That's poor. Let me show you something. You can see the individual hairs on the rabbit. That projector literally is so old it only does 4.3. So how's a 4.3 projector at 1,000 lumens sitting back 11 feet from the screen looks better than a projector that's supposed to be 4K at 4,000 lumens? Oh my goodness. This is why I sit there and tell you people, I can sit here at the end of the day, I got bills to pay like everybody else. I got rent due and bills got to be paid just like everybody else. I can sit here and design some great product for that paint, for that projector over there, and make it look like, could easily do that. Take a ton of money, get a lot of money for it. That's not me at the end of the day. That makes me a sellout. Not doing that. The only reason why I designed the great technology because I felt sorry for the customer and I felt kind of messed up because he was stuck in that situation. But if I go down that road, I'm basically making a great product. I'm moving backwards. I don't want to move backwards. Black technology is the future. If it doesn't work on black technology, the projector is not worthy. It's not going to work. Something's wrong with that machine. 1,000 lumen projector at 720p can pick up on our black technology. That will not pick up. And look at the picture. The picture is absolutely horrible. Beautiful countryside, Switzerland. Now, no disrespect because I don't want the company to be mad. Well, I'm telling you like it is. I'm not gonna come on here and do demonstrations like this. You're better off never contacting me and never sending me this projector. Because I'm going to tell it like it is. I'm going to stick this thing in a fully lit environment. It's 4,000 lumens. It should generate in an environment much brighter than that. Much brighter than that. It should be to generate with no problem. Boy, that mountains in Switzerland really be like that, man. I can't wait to check that out one day. Now I'm going to show you something. Look at this. Let's have a look at this. Remember what I told you? The grass is supposed to be green, not brown. No country scenery. You can even see the reflection of the metal coming off the upper top of the train. You see how much light we have in the environment? And we're at 1,000 lumens, that's it. Beautiful women, 4K. Now the problem they're going to have with that projector, they can't pick up contrast. Projector behind us can see a contrast level because of the technology. There's nothing we could do for that machine. There's no way in the world. Now I'm not trying to put a monkey wrench in their engine or sink their ship. It ain't about that at the end of the day. It really isn't. They came to address me first and asked me basically to a screen print that would be compatible with their products. We don't have anything compatible with the projector because the projector specifications aren't real. I'm just telling you like it is. That's a 4,000 lumen projector. There is no way in the world that thing should be having any problem in a fully lit environment if it hits that screen. It should be showing up a lot better than that. The fact that he had to darken that environment that much in order to get that projector to operate clearly shows it's not 4,000 lumens. We're operating at 1,000 lumens right now at 11 feet from the screen. We're not in 4K. We don't have any lasers on this projector. And this projector is so old it only does a 4.3. So you explain to me why that projector sitting behind me costs that kind of money, and this one over here, you get it for $75 or 50 bucks. Yeah. That's why I said at the end of the day, I call it like it is. Anybody else to sit there and take that money and run, I don't do that. I'm not that type of person. Are you gonna keep it real or just don't do it at all? Let's watch the rest of this demonstration.
Even in the middle of the day, exceptional when the lights are completely dark, but also it is great for gaming too. This thing just delivers far more than I ever expected.
So you gotta be in a dark environment. If you turn the lights on, that screen is gonna completely wash out. Sorry about that. Pull this up. Racing, Xbox, trailer. Yeah, we got a commercial with that. You always get a commercial with everything. Mind you, that's a 5,000 sitting right next to this machine over here. Can we get past the commercials? Of course we can. Let's see if we can back out, come back in. You have to be in the lights, in the dark, to get a screen, to get a game to pull up? No, come on now. You should be able to do that in a fully lit environment. It's supposed to be a 4,000 lumen projector. Now, for your company, I don't even know how they would even begin to make a real projector. They can make a real one. They can make a real one. It's just going to cost a lot of money to do it. You make a real machine, a real 4,000 to 4,000 lumens attached to it, a decent contrast level, something that's going to be great for the customers all the way around, and we'll engineer black technology for it. At the end of the day, these companies know the real deal. They don't contact them. What for? They've seen their demonstrations. On top of that, they're not going to deal with them because they're not professionals at the end of the day. We're the ones that sit in fully lit environments. Companies that don't even test or haven't even touched our products know real technology when they see it. Now, I'm sorry to basically burst their bubble, but I'm not going to come on here and say, well, guess what? We can make it. No, we can't do that. That would be a lie. And will I do it? No, I will not do it. I can't support something that I feel that's not going to work. If I get that projector down here, it's not going to function in that environment. If it's doing that badly in that environment, and that fellow has to turn the lights out to get the gaming demonstration to pull off, that's not good. That's not 4,000 lumens. Something's wrong there. Dragon Ball Z fight trailer. Now, I'm going to say it's up to you. You buy the projector if you want. It's up to you. But you can't come to us. We won't support it. And I know what your options are going to be. You're going to be on a white screen, or you're going to be one of those gray screen paint products. And when you turn your projector on, you will not be pulling up in a fully lit environment. You will not be seeing contrast levels, and you will not be picking up proper color. Or good luck trying to calibrate that thing. And that's supposed to be a laser projector. I'm not going to waste my time designing something for that. I just sat there and explained to you, the last couple of days, black is the future. We're not making gray screen paints anymore. We're done with that. I did that 10 years ago. I'm not stepping backwards. The future is black. That's what it comes down to. 4K Snow screensaver. AK Desired Nature. Let's go bring it up here. So my menu comes up in black. That's the way it's supposed to look. I got bright the commercials pop up. 1,000 lumen projector. 1,000. 720p. Cost me $75. Yeah, some people get mad and upset because we won't support the projector. No, we're not supporting it. The future is black. Why am I going to step backwards and make a great product? We did this one already. It does not work well with the black technology. There's no gray screen that's going to match our technology. We don't even have gunmetal that matches our technology. And what did Google say? If you don't believe me, go ahead and ask Google. Knock yourself out. Google will tell you. Superior technology is black. Skyworth food demonstration. Better yet, LG snowboarding. I'll take that one. Brighter white levels. And we do this just for fun, just in case we get people saying, well, you know, we can pick up the white levels. That's not a problem. Literally, I can pick up the white levels right next to 5,000 lumens. So that's a 5,000 lumen full 1080p projector sitting there right now playing. And our screen paint will allow a 1,000 lumen projector to generate a gain literally so high that it'll make it look like it's actually generating that 5,000 lumens, but it's only doing that 1,000. LG snowboarding demonstration. I like to back things up when I talk. So now you're watching a 5,000 lumen projector, 1080p, sitting next to a projector of 1,000 lumens. Both displaying white levels at the exact same time. That technology we have, the one that's sitting on the table is about to go out to our customers right now, that technology can make a 1,000 lumen projector look like it's producing at 5,000 lumens. See, when I see people make demos, when they say that, oh, we got a projector that if you hit a screen, it's automatically going to turn it to 3,600 lumens. Well, show me. I want to see this. Because I can back mine up. And I can do it in a full lit environment. Yep, people, that's how it's done. That's why I said all that, when people get on camera and do all that talk, that blah, 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 that's the reason why I get on them about it. Because y'all, people who make this gray screen paint products, y'all talk too much. I don't see enough demonstrations. I don't see enough test demonstrations. If I sit here and tell you that that 1,000 lumen projector is going to produce almost a bright enough level, something like 5,000, I'm going to come on and not show you a contrast level. I'm going to show you a white level. I'm going to do that in a fully lit environment so you can see that. Oh, my cold's ending. I can tell I'm not coughing that much. Thank you, Jesus. I need that. That's fantastic. But this is what bothers me right here about this whole thing. It's claiming that it's a 4,000 lumen projector. I got a 4,000 sitting right there. There is no way in the world that's 4,000 lumens. That's virtually impossible. He shouldn't have to be in the dark.
So let's take...
There's another reason why he also has to be in the dark. Because again, the screen he's using, chances are it's gray. It can't see contrast or can't see color. But still, at 4,000 lumens, that screen should have showed up. It might not have been a beautiful picture at the end of the day because color and contrast is not going to show up. But still, at 4,000 lumens, you would have seen much more than that. I'm going to mute this right here. I'm just going to look at this right here. I really don't care about the specifications and all this on this projector. Just to show you, it's a projector right there. That's it right there. You got a music video going off in the background behind me? Really? YouTube? Seriously? Let's go pop a whole freaking video in there. 4K demonstrations, YouTube. So that's why I brought out Old Faithful, because to show you that that's a 1,000 lumen projector. I look at these machines all day long. I do multiple tests on different forms of projectors. So I know what 4,000 lumens is going to look like when it comes out of a projector. That's why I sit there and tell you that on the P2 projector, that projector has a 2,000,000 to 1 contrast. Every single demonstration I've seen on this projector sits in a dark environment. Anytime they want to show contrast off on the P2, they're sitting in the dark. And the option that you have for the 2,000,000 to 1 is a waste of your money. You paid for something you will never ever use. The whole purpose of having that contrast is to pick up a darker shade of gray. Well, the darker you go on your screen, the better that contrast is going to be utilized. If you're on a white screen, it's going to be If you're on one of these gray screens, it's going to be a little bit better, but it's still not going to be 100% black because that's pretty much what you're going for. So that's not going to work. You go with gunmetal, that's a very expensive screen. It is going to give you a much more darker shade of gray than the gray screen and white screen, but by the time you reach our technology, well, what's the point? You just turn it off. You just paid for something you will never use. Now, if our company was a leading company in developing black screens, no projector on the face of the planet would ever have a contrast level attached to it. Why? Why waste the money when the screen's already physically black? Which means you would save more money. All this means nothing. And the reason why it doesn't mean anything, all this is mumbo jumbo. It doesn't mean anything. Because the projector can't pull. That's why. And you have to be in the dark. At 4,000 lumens, you're in the dark. They look nothing like the promo. Guy was sitting there with a turtleneck on, taking a projector in well-lit environment, moving it all over the place. This is what I don't like about the industry. And look how close he is to the screen. That's not 11 feet from a screen. We're 11 feet at 1,000 lumens. We don't care. I'm not trying to be rude or anything. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to their company, but you can call it whatever you want. We got a 1,000 lumen projector 11 feet from the screen. I'm using more light in my environment than this person is using here that's basically reviewing your projector. That's not 4,000 lumens. That's virtually impossible. That's 4,000 lumens. And at that, my screen is jet black. That screen's not jet black, which means we would have a more difficult time picking up at 1,000 lumens compared to 4. Now, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to leave the video at that right here. I'm not going to go and talk any more about this because, no, I'm not worried about being sued. If anything, at the end of the day, I can have somebody dig into your specifications and see if they're legit or not. Not worried about that. I'm speaking my mind. It is what it is. It's called freedom of speech. And I'm going to sit there and say at the end of the day, I feel it's not 4,000 lumens. It's not 4,000 lumens because we got 1,000 lumens sitting right here at 11 feet. We got our windows open, plenty of light. I got my lights on. It's nice and bright in here. We can pick up white levels. We're picking up contrast. Heck, I can take a white sheet of paper, stick it up there, and this thing will produce better color than a white sheet of paper. So, no. This is what I'm talking about. See, this is what I mean. You got to love what you do, people. I do this because I love what I do. I'm not about cutting corners. I'm not about that. And I don't care if a company offers me $1 million at the end of the day. I don't care if you offer me millions of dollars. I'm not selling out. It's not going to happen. I got to live with myself at the end of the day. I can't do that crap. Like I said, you're better off never send me a machine because I'm going to tell it like it is. I'm not going to butter it up, none of that. Don't send it to me. Which one is these? These things mixed up. The color red. Now, I'm not one to get on camera and say something and not back it up. There you go. 1,000 lumens, that's a white surface. That means our technology has the ability to take that 1,000 lumen projector and give the ability to see a solid color of red in a fully lit environment with all this light 11 feet at 1,000 lumens. Now, this just proves at the end of the day that our technology is better and it's better than a white screen. But 4,000 lumens would have picked up. It wouldn't have shown the color correctly. No, it wouldn't have. But it would have picked up a little better. That's not 4,000 lumens. There's no way in the world that's possible. And then watching the promo demonstration and seeing the person sitting there with the turtleneck on and all that, the brightness in the background. You know, if I didn't know much about projectors, I would literally think that that thing could pull up in 4,000 lumens, but it doesn't, because there's a guy doing a review on you and he has no lights in the environment. He's talking about in the middle of the day. Where are you at in the middle of the day? Your curtains are half shut. So in order for you to use this machine, you're going to be in the dark. That's where you're going to be at. Your promo demonstration didn't display that. Your promo demonstration showed a young man sitting in a fully lit environment while showing these clouds. 4,000 lumens, if you're talking it's bright enough, and you're showing that kind of demonstration off, you're giving the illusion that people think that they can use this projector in a fully lit environment, and they can't. Because the person who's doing the review, out of 100, 90% of his videos in the dark. And what little light he had in the environment was next to nothing compared to what we're using right now. No, contrast levels were done in the dark. Gee whiz, freaking Louise. Are you kidding me? Are you butterscotch kidding me on this? How come we didn't turn, we're going to turn on, we're going to make sure we get these lights on. All right, let me see. That's washed out, so there's no way in the world he could have pulled off that OLED demonstration and that environment, because it would have washed out, because it's having a difficult time here picking up. That contrast is coming up in gray. How do I know? You see that bezel around the screen? That's black. If that contrast is not matching that bezel, it's not pulling up a contrast level. It's coming up in that ash. Now that wouldn't be the projector's fault. Somewhat it wouldn't be the projector's fault. That would be the screen's fault, because the screen's not black technology. That's why it's not pulling up that way. Even if you had 4,000, 5,000 projectors, you still couldn't pick up correctly on a gray screen because it's not going to register too well. So that right there is that. But that being 4,000 lumens, no, it's not a 4,000 lumen projector. 4,000 lumen projector would have picked up, but yeah, in order for him to display that 4,000 lumen projector, he would really have to lighten this environment up. That's a cakewalk for any projector to walk through there. 600 lumens could pull in this environment with no problem. 800 lumens could pull in this environment. 900 lumens. My 1,000 lumen projector right here will pull up in that environment with no problem. They got to lighten that environment up to show that that machine can be used in the full environment. I want to see someone that's matching the promo. So let's go take a look. Let's see if anybody else has a demonstration matching that promo. You ain't the only one that hates commercials. Start off in the dark. Literally, start off with the projector in the dark.
At the effective pixels. So by doing this, you are lowering the resolution of the projector. So the best way to get the maximum performance out of the projector and use its maximum resolution is to be sure that the projector is lined up perfectly with your screen. The next option again is the auto keystone correction, manual keystone correction, which again you can digitally manipulate yourself. But like I said, now for a couple of advanced picture controls, we've got adaptive luma control. You can see that right now we have it off, but if we go all the way down and choose strong, you can see how it makes the highlights pop a lot more. And then the next option is the local contrast control. Problems at all playing for long durations. Competes with other projectors in its price class, but I think this will be a lot easier to set up with it.
That projector, they did the whole demonstration in the dark at 4,000 lumens.
Alone is something normally reserved for projectors much higher in price, and once I calibrated, the picture became quite striking. And again, I have to say that it completely blew away my initial expectations based on it. I was using my Zidu player to get the hot.
Every single video is in the dark. Every single one. You want $1,000? $1,100 for that machine? No, it's not worth $1,100. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, people. That's not worth it. It's 4,000 lumens. 4,000 lumens should not have a problem pulling up in a fully lit environment. It's 4,000 lumens. That's a lot of power for a machine. At that size, there's no way in the world that's 4,000 lumens. Got anybody here that did this in a fully lit environment? Anybody? Oh, crap. I know where I've seen this projector before. This is the projector. I'm pretty sure it is. This is because I recognize this model right here with the two knobs on each side. That's the projector I think that said that if you had a, oh gee, what is this? Can't be what I think it is. Hold on for a minute. Let me turn this first side for a minute. I'm thinking it is. I think it is what it is. I do think it is what it is. I don't know what this is. I think it is what it is. I looked at this projector. I looked at one of these projectors. This is the one. I think it is the one that said that if you have an ambient light rejection screen, it jumps up to 3,600 lumens. Does he have it? Does this guy have this projector? He has another one. Okay, so the only ones that have this projector is another one who has this. This is the intro.
Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it.
Now see, that's the part that gets me right there. You're showing a projector in a fully lit environment, plenty of light. which is going to give people the idea of thinking they can use this projector in a fully lit environment. It has a whopping 4,000 lumens attached to it. But everybody I've seen with the projector is sitting in the dark. Every single person is sitting in the dark with that projector. The only person that showed some light in the environment, the screen was, the blinds weren't even all the way up. It was in a dark environment. Let me see. I'm going to look at this projector. I've seen this one before somewhere. Let's go over to, come on. I got things to do. Okay. All right, let me go over here real quick. Yeah. Be grumpy someplace else right now. I'm kind of busy. Right now you're kind of around with your grumpiness. Okay. No. We got the name of the projector. It's JM. Yeah, we're not going to support it. Anybody who has that projector, I'm sorry, we're not supporting it. Don't contact us with that projector. Because we can't support it. There's no point. It's a waste of my time having the conversation with you. I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but we can't support that machine. It's virtually impossible. I hate this. I hate it when they display projectors like this. See that? When they display them like that, like you're really going to get that. You're not getting that. There's no way on God's green earth you're going to be able to pull that off. Yep, this is it right here. It's made by them. I knew I seen that projector somewhere. Round. You're always angry about something. Still love you, but you're angry. Yep. Was I telling you or not? Same company. This is the same company, except for it's an ultra short though projector. Right there. Same company right there. Look what it says right here. It says, so I got proof it can do this because we can do it behind us, except we have a screen paint that does that. Alright, get this out of the way. Come on, Amazon. Chill with all that nonsense. Seriously. Like, I know it's the projector. That's the projector right there, but gee whiz. Alright, while that's working itself out, my computer over there is a little slower than this one. Actually, this one's quite faster. Let me see. Just trying to get past so I can see that. Get that out of here. Let me reload this. But I want you to see what it says there on the, here we go. Now, let's get this out of here. Alright, right there. Read it and wheat. It says right there, 2400 lumens projector, right? 2400 lumens. This is a projector. This is an ultra short throw 2. Offers a 2400 lumen brightness, capable of producing 3600 lumens on an ambient light rejection screen. How the freak would that even be possible? All right? We don't have a projector. We have a screen. So the screen can enhance the projector to do this. You're talking about a projector with a lamp capability. So you're telling me that that projector right here we have is 1,000 lumens. Automatically it's going to basically switch over. It's the projector. We're not promoting a projector. We're promoting an enhancement of a screen paint. That's a different category right there. You're talking about a projector that has a lamp brightness of 24, and the minute it hits a screen of an ambient light rejection technology, automatically converts that projector to 36. No, that's not going to happen. Now the screen may be able to do that. Screen can make a projector brighter. It's called gain. That's what it's called in the day. It's called screen gain. That's what it's called. It has that capability to make a projector brighter, especially if the projector is at a farther distance from the screen and it has to travel across. That screen can generate enough gain to magnetize that image to make it brighter, make it sharper, whatever it's designed to do. Yes, the screen will do that. Projectors don't have that capability unless you have a projector that has 2 lamps, and they do make them. They make venue projectors that have 2 lamps in them. They can switch back and forth. But this right here being the promo demonstration, and from what I've seen everybody else with the same projector, they're not they're making it like it can be done in a fully lit environment. Yeah, just like the P2 projector. When you saw the P2 projector, they really didn't do a lot on the contrast levels in the promo. And in one of the demonstrations in the P2, literally when they were showing the soccer game and the explosions going off, the explosions literally lifted off the screen and connected to the wall. That is virtually impossible, which means that was digitalized into the commercial. That's why the person who had the projector turned it on and stuck it up against the wall and it washed out. You can't have it in a fully lit environment. You have to be in a dark environment when you use those projectors. Because I couldn't find anyone to match the promo demonstration. And that's what I'm doing. I'm going through the YouTube demonstrations and see if I can find one person who has this projector that's doing the same thing like the promo.
We handcraft every Stearns & Foster using the finest materials like indulgent memory foam and
Now,
ultra-conforming
you may, at the end of the day, they can say I slandered them. No, I didn't slander them. I went and did my research, like anybody else would do their research. With us, with anybody else, I did the research. No, it's not showing, it's just showing straight the projector. And I'm looking at this projector, I'm thinking, there's no way a machine that small is going to produce 4,000 lumens. A lamp would be huge. You know how big a lamp is for a 4,000 lumen projector? They're huge. There's no way in the world that thing's fitting in there. So that's not 4,000 lumens. Unless they figured out some way to make some kind of micro lamp. I don't know, but I've never seen a projector that small with 4,000 lumen capabilities. Never seen one. And this is a laser. I'm not saying it's not a laser, I'm saying it's not. 4K as wise, I have to wait till later on with that. But as saying that it's 4,000 lumens, no, I'm calling BS on that one. I'm sorry. There's no way in the world. There's no way in the world. And every demonstration I've seen, I've never seen one person saying we're going to flex the projector's capability of pulling off a whopping 4,000 lumens. And nobody mentioned that one in there. Because it's not producing 4,000 lumens. It's coming up too dim to do 4,000. It's actually under that. Way under that. I'm not going to give a second guess on what it is, because that'd be special. That'd be just throwing something out there, but it's not 4,000 lumens. If we're at, and for the company, if you feel you want to be upset with me about this, you can explain it to me how I got 1,000 lumen projector sitting. You can look at my projector, it's 1,000 lumens. I'm 11 feet from my screen. I'm pulling up an image on the other end that's bright enough that it's producing a better red than a white sheet of paper. I can produce a white level. I can produce color and whatever right next to a 5,000 lumen projector. We're in a fully lit environment. We got two windows, plenty of light pushing through. We got the overhead LEDs on. It's nice and bright in here. And I'm picking up in a fully lit environment where every demonstration I saw on this projector, everyone sat in the dark. Except for the one person who did it with the curtains, where the curtains were halfway showing. So I mean, they're watching meatballs. But anyway, let me go over here. Let's go over to out of here. Only one person came in here and did it with some kind of lights in the environment. But everybody else, oh, great goodness. This one. Let's see.
N1 ULTRA 4K tri-laser projector. I know that was a mouthful, but this thing is pretty amazing. You're talking about being able to project in front of you, or by just tilting it like this, you can project on the ceiling. Pretty much you can project it. 6 windows, 2, 4, 6 windows, and then I have the behind me.
No, buddy, I call you Mr. Blinds closed, and I'll tell you why. Because your blinds are closed. Your windows are not open. If your blinds were open, we would be to see objects on the other side, which we cannot see. My blinds are open. You know what I'm interested about his environment where he does his videos at? I would love to see him turn that camera around. I'm curious how many windows he has in that direction. How many windows have the blinds shut? I'm curious, because this is not going to affect the screen. These two windows are not even going to affect the screen. When the light comes out, it's going to go this way. It's not going to go this way, turn, and go back into the screen. Now, if he's got windows behind him, then those windows behind him are going to be directly hitting the screen. So he does have more light than the rest of them, but no, this does not count at all, period. Did he open these blinds up at any given time before I make that call?
I have open on a
Wait, what did you just say?
into our kitchen, which also have, I'm in an area here, and I'm going to show you kind of like the light based on my hand here. This is how much light's in the place. So we basically have 6 windows, 2, 4, 6 windows, and then I have the behind me, I have an open space that actually leads into our kitchen, which also has some glass doors.
So there's a lot of light all the way around us. And this is how well this projector is performing. Now, the screen that we're using right here is an Elite Screen CLR3, and it's really designed for ultra short throws, right? So
We had the CR3 projectors. We had all of them. We had screens. The problem with that screen is a very, very light screen. It doesn't pick up contrast and it doesn't pick up any color. We had test demonstrations on that screen. But this environment is dark. His blinds are shut. He says windows behind him. If he's not windows behind him and it's in the kitchen and the patio, there's no way in the world it's going to make contact and hit that screen. It'd be virtually impossible. It's too far away. The walls are too dark, and you can tell right here. I'll show you. I'm going to blow it up a little bit for you people. There you go. If there was light behind him, all this would be illuminated at the bottom. And the curtains, the blinds are shut. Screen is completely faded out here and here. It's not picking up. He does this as an ultra short throw. But actually, also too, it's just an interesting theory because they have basically on their products that particular product can only be used with an ultra short throw projector. And here it is. Yeah, we've had him pick up on long throws. But I want to see if he opens.
Not designed for this projector, and this projector is sitting around 7 feet away, a little bit, maybe a little bit more from the actual screen. I would say, I think it's more like 10 to 12. And using some of the really cool keystoning capabilities, the screen gets auto-adjusted. And I'm going to show you how that works in a second because it's pretty spectacular the way this thing adjusts. I actually have this projector sitting on the floor, just tilted up in an angle, and this really gives you the ability to think about all the possibilities. So if you don't have a room
let's get a
that's suitable for
demonstration here.
projection, just think about the fact that you can put this in a variety of...
That's great news. I can't wait to get started.
AK.
Yes!
Luxury that lets you feel infinitely you.
And what you'll see...
Already, that's bad. That's really bad. It has extremely bad. That's pretty bad. It has a kind of what's the word? Kind of a yellowish color to it. It's not even close to 4K. I'm sorry, but that doesn't even look 4K. Oh, gee whiz.
is again the type of image that I'm getting in daylight. So if you were to ask yourself, can...
No, it's bad. Contrast is absolutely horrible. Oh, okay, yeah, because it's using on that one. They don't pick up good contrast on those screens. Look at the contrast levels, people. Look at the ash. See that? That's not good at all. Contrast level is supposed to be black. But then again, like you said, he does it on an elite screen. Elite screens don't pick up at all when it comes to the contrast. The dark star 9s actually pick up much better, but they don't pick up a 100% black. AK Earth. Thank you. 12K demonstrations. Straighten out here. Yeah. What are you fussing about now? The manager. Now I'm sitting over here. And that technology we got over here, with all this light we got behind us and overhead, is actually beating the crap out of a white surface. At 1,000 lumens, 11 feet from the screen, 600 by 800, 720p SVGA. When I tell you that screen over there is washed out, it's washed out. And my blinds are open. As you can see, objects on the other side. Yeah, there you go. There you go, people. Yeah, it's not a good projector. I'm sorry. That's my point of view. It's not a good projector. They can sit there and say, well, hey, you haven't reviewed our projector yet. How do you know? I got 1,000 lumen projector sitting over here on a jet black screen. Not gray, not silver, it's black. And if 1,000 lumen projector can pick up at that distance on that screen and produce color and contrast and all that with no problem in white levels, means at the end of the day, that is an actual official 1,000 lumen projector. That's what it's producing. Your projector's not doing 4,000. That thing wouldn't even pick up on our screen. I guarantee it wouldn't even show. Now we're in the dark. You had to turn the lights out. I guarantee lights are out. That's how I know we're in the dark. See no light coming from the windows? How it's nice and dark in there now? I don't know if he shot that at nighttime or what's going on, because he had light peeking around those blinds at one point. Now there's nothing there. So he must have shot these in 2 days or something, because at one point there was light pushing up behind those blinds. See? Look. So how is it 1 minute there's no lights pushing up behind the blinds, no window light coming through? This was shot in 2 days. It had to be. They had to do, oh man, don't tell me. I'm not going to insinuate, but it is what it is. How come that when it's in a dark environment, it's like they shot, I'm not just saying, just off the top of my head, this is what I'm feeling. It looks like at nighttime they did the demonstration at night because there was less light pushing out behind the windows. Because there's no way to explain that. That's some Harry Potter craziness at the end of the day. Because at one point, if you look at it, there's light pushing out around the windows. But if you go back from here, there's no light. You can't control light from outside. Either it's going to come through or it's not. So how the heck is that working? Unless he's got a giant light switch outside and he can just turn the sun off at will, that's the only way that's even possible. So this was shot 2 different ways. This was shot at nighttime. It had to be. Where they would have less light in the environment that would conflict with the screen. Come on, man. Seriously, people. Gee whiz. I swear I'm done. You know, it's bad enough that I got this nonsense at the end of the day. We got people in demonstrations shooting the video. Maybe he said it in the video. I don't know. I'm going to go back and see if he said it in the video just to give him a fair enough benefit of the doubt here. Maybe he did say it, and it's my fault. Maybe I'm jumping and getting, but still, it's weird. Because if you're going, if you have the demonstration right here, if you have it right here, then I guess he can't turn the lights out because the environment won't go dark enough. That's probably why he had to shoot it with the lights out in different environments. Because even if he does turn all the lights out, he still can't get that room dark enough. Even though there's no light in there, he can't get it to where he needs to get it. So maybe he did have to shoot it at nighttime so that we can get a more dark image. Okay, I can understand that part right there. But as you can see the night sky? See how it's gray? That's supposed to be black. Look at the bezel around the screen. See the frame? That night sky should be matching that. But that's pretty much, I can see now, because yeah, he had too much light. Can he darken this environment? Let me see. Does he have that capability to darken that environment? No, he literally would have to be at nighttime to do that, because that's the only way. He couldn't darken that environment, there's no way. So that's why he probably shot it half and half. Yeah, he shot it half and half. Because there's no way in the world. And honestly, look at the point of view, yeah, there's no way in the world he could have darkened that environment to get the full effect to see what it would look like with the lights out, due to the fact that he has too much light pushing through his environment, where some people can actually darken their environments and their demonstrations And again, yeah, he wouldn't be able to do that. So he would have to shoot one half at nighttime where he would have less light coming through, and then shoot the other half in the daytime. Yeah, I'm sorry. Well, you guys contacted us. We didn't contact you. I'm not trying to be rude here, but we didn't contact you at the end of the day. You contacted us, asking us to develop a screen paint. You should know what kind of person I am at the end of the day. That I am that person. I'm not going to get up there and develop anything for you because there's no point. We feel that black technology is the future. There's no way in the world this is going to pull up. We have a serious problem with these projectors not working on our products. The only ones that work are name brand projectors. They're the only ones that'll function. But for the price point they're asking for this machine, it's not 4,000 lumens. It's not even close. Every single person who fired it off pretty much was in a really dark environment. In the environment he was in, there was actually more light than the other fellow, but the screen basically dropped in performance. It had a better performance rate, but the guy who had half the light coming through the window, because there was no light in the environment, the screen only improved as the environment got darker, which means you can't use this in a fully lit environment because it won't work. You can have 4,000 lumens on a gray screen. You can have 4,000 lumens on a white screen. It's going to show better than a projector of 1,000 lumens on that particular screen. But you're still not going to be able to pick up contrast and color. You're still going to have to calibrate. You still can't pick up that 100% contrast level. That is still going to fail. But you're still going to pick it up a little bit better than basically 1,000 lumens versus 4,000. There's no way in the world that's 4,000. So again, let me go back here for a minute.
Project in front of you, or by just tilting it like this, you can project on the ceiling. Pretty much you can project in any angle. And not only does it swivel or go up and down, but it also, the base allows it to turn left and right. This guy here, this is the JMGO N1.
JMGO, so we get that pronounced right while we're saying it, JMGO. Also too, I'm going to put this projector down as a clear warning on our products. We're going to put down a clear warning, especially for the projector ceiling mapping technology we make. We're definitely going to put that on as a clear warning because this projector has a swivel base. It will allow the projector to shift upward, which means we know this is going to be a problem for us because people are going to buy these machines thinking it's going to work on our black screen paint we have attached to the ceiling, and I'm telling you, it's not going to work. So we're definitely going to put that particular projector in huge red writing in all our 3D products to explain to you this is not going to work. 3D mapping applications couldn't pull on this thing. It's not going to work. But I know people are going to get this, take this projector, buy our screen paint, and hit the ceiling and go, I'm not seeing anything, because it's not going to work. And you turn the lights on, this stuff is designed to work with the lights on too. It's not going to function well. You're talking about literally a screen that has light fixtures in the screen. So whatever projector hits that has to be legit. That's not going to pull up. And 4,000 lumens had a very difficult time pulling up in a fully lit environment. What makes you think that thing's going to pull up on a ceiling with your lights on? Lights off? Yeah, maybe. It'll pull up on a gray and white screen. Yeah, no ceiling, no problem. Black technology, not going to work. And I can tell that's going to be a nightmare for me. So just so we nip this thing in the butt, I'll contact them, let them know we're not interested. I'm going to go in and take this particular model and put it on our projection for ceiling applications. It'll be a big red writing. We do not support this machine. Do not buy the product. And we already know from the door. The first time we had with this company, I talked to them before. They had another projector. It was a round circle unit projector they had, and it was on Kickstarter. And they were asking us if we can develop a screen paint for the showroom, and we denied them because I said, look, send me over the projector and let's see if it works with the product. They never sent over the projector, so we just basically denied it. We're not going to, I can't support something that we don't know. They wanted to test it themselves. They wanted us to make the product, send it to them, and they test it themselves. Judging by what I've seen in you guys in your test demonstrations, there is no way in the world I would ever do that. I need to test that. I need to have that in a fully lit environment with plenty of light pushing through the environment so I can see how that projector is going to work. How is it going to act when it comes to reds and blues and greens? Can it pick up a 100% contrast level? Would it even register at a 100% contrast level on our screens? Can it pick up? I'm not going to do that. Nope. I don't like how these people came in and review this projector, and they just weren't truthfully about it. I just didn't like that.
Hey guys, EVP Man here. What if I told you that a projector that fits in here could give you an image like that? We're talking over a 123-inch screen and in daylight.
Look how rich those colors are.
Now what is even more amazing is
He's in a dark environment the entire time. Windows are shut here completely. They're shut there, there, and there. The environment is actually dark. The screen's washed out there. Of course, it's going to pick up color to contrast. You can see, and I see one contrast level demonstration. Projector claiming to have 16,000 to 1 contrast, and you see no star fields, no contrast, no really serious dark contrast levels. All those were done in dark environments. They kept it in nice bright levels. That's what they usually do. Nice bright flowers, stuff like that. Stuff that would fade less. Well, for the company, JMGO, I think it is, I'm not sure, I'm not trying to disrespect the name of your company. You already know what my point of view is already. I mean, bottom line is, if I ever do a review on this product, I'm just telling you, you're not going to like it. I'm not going to put your projector in a comfortable environment. I'm going to stick it in my environment where I expect for it to work. And I'm going to put on one of those black screens, which we use at the end of the day, because that's what we expect for it to work off black technology. They can pick up. So, I don't know, man. From what I've seen, that's not 4,000 lumens. 4K Snow Screensaver, YouTube. Sorry to bust your bubble and all. I'm not putting you on blast, but, you know, better me do this than me have your actual projector here and do the test, because it's not going to go well. I'll tell you right now, if that projector is 4,000 lumens, I will test and see if it's 4,000 lumens, but it's not 4,000 lumens. Every person who had it, they either coached the projector into a dark environment and they kept it sheltered, or they had it in a dark environment. Didn't see enough of that to put my technology next to it. Nope. There's my 1,000 lumen projector, 11 feet away. See out my window, lights are on, and I got a white sheet of paper in the center of my screen. That projector won't have the ability to do that. You know why? Because it's not 4,000 lumens. There's no way in the world you're going to pick up. My projector's not hitting a gray screen or white screen. It's hitting a black surface, which makes it 10 times harder for the projector to work. And it's sitting right next to a light. Look at that. I can stick that thing right in the center of my light and it'll still pull at the end of the day. If your projector is not worthy of our technology, we will not support it. And anyone who comes to us with these projectors, we will turn you away. We will advise that you take the projector back and get your money back and just go pick up a normal projector. That's all you need. Our technology is going to do all the work for you. All those little bells and whistles that they promise you, you need to ignore that nonsense. We literally just had that conversation about the Valve projector doing that kind of stuff. Ignore those bells and whistles. Get yourself a name brand projector and be done with it. Buy our technology and you can basically use 1,000 lumens in a fully lit environment without the screen washing out or fading. Not that, my unit. There we go. Let's see if I can get that without basically knocking out my... See that? There you go. All right, people, sorry about the demonstration being so long. Let me get out of here, get my customers taken care of. It's just that when it comes to stuff like that, I like to be thorough and show you everything you need to see. I'm not going to come in here and do all these lights out and all that other stuff, keep everything in the dark, all that stuff at the end of the day. I'm not going to tell you this, I'm not going to tell you that. I'm going to keep it real with you 100%. That's how we do things over here. We don't do calibrated projectors, none of that nonsense. We keep it real. The reason why I don't like when people do demonstrations with calibrated machines is because what about the person who does not want to calibrate their projector at the end of the day? This is the reason why I don't do dark environments, because again, not everybody's going to be in the same environment. That's why we use as much light as possible in our demonstrations. I would advise to this company, lose my email, and don't contact us, because again, we have nothing really to talk about. And also would advise, don't even advise sending your projector over here, because what's going to happen is I'm going to stick this thing in a fully lit environment. I'm going to really test your machine out. I'm going to show what contrast levels look like. We're doing contrast levels. Pretty sure it should pick up the white levels. We're going to test color levels, everything. I'm going to stick a white surface and stick it right up there. I'm going to test it on the gray screen, test it on the white screen, test it on black technology, and I'm definitely going to test it against gunmetal technology. All right, well, with that being said, I mean, this guy does good reviews and all. I watch him from time to time, but no, that projector, everybody basically didn't do a fair review on that projector. They should have had that thing in a fully lit environment. If you're going to claim your machine's 4,000 lumens, I want to see that thing operate at 4,000 lumens in a fully lit environment. Gotta go. Thank you all, and God bless. Yeah.